Then I said, that's not a short stroke gas piston AR, that's my wife. Hello everyone, Falli here again with Modded Ready or Not. This time we're going to play the Homeland mission, which takes place in the police precinct from the pre-release version of the game, and it's been taken over by the hand terrorists. So going to use some custom weapons this time. Actually, something I noticed, this AR part kit kind of looks like the rifle from Killzone 2, so I don't know if that was intentional, but the website boasts that it looks cooler, so you know, maybe it was. Bullpup version of AR-15s are kind of strange, you know, with direct impingement weapons. You know, you always have this giant buffer tube at the end, so I don't know, probably that's why it has this giant, you know, block here at the end. Really short stroke gas piston is the way to go. You know, it's really all you need. Anyway, we're going to use some heavy hitters for this one. I'm going to set up the loadout and I'll be back. So as you can see, I've given myself the 50 cal, you know, battle rifle, which is, you know, absurdly overpowered, but whatever. And the Taurus Judge, which is a reference to Judge. Yeah, I've just, you know, given the same kind of 50 cal. I've mixed in some of these heavy machine guns. The slight machine gun, Chinese manufacturer, or would a SWAT team have that? I don't know. And I don't know, let's mix it up, give this guy something else. Yeah, Vulcan. You can actually change the ammo type on this one, so 7.62, cool. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, that's pretty cool with the hanging sign. Anyway, you know, as much as I criticize these kind of terrorist hunt mission types in the previous videos, I think it really works in this one because there's just no pretense about this being anything else but, you know, shooting gallery. There's no attempt at heavy hitting story or anything, you know, so... Oops. That's what I mean with overpowered. Anyway, I mean, this is kind of, you know, nostalgia bait, like, I don't know, going to Shadow Moses in, again, Metal Gear Solid 4 or something, but really like that the layout and all the rooms are recognizable, but it's been changed. You would see that, I will talk about when I spot stuff. AI, obviously, on custom maps, always, you know, kind of a coin flip whether it works or not, but so this is where the armory was in the original game. I actually kind of liked how they presented the guns, you know, you would just drop on a table instead of, you know, you're having this character model holding it. Shooting galleries, yeah, like, you know, Terrorist Hunt from Vegas, Rainbow Six Vegas 2, actually. Really like that game. Especially, you know, the co-op campaign and multiplayer. There used to be a mod, so you could play the co-op campaign with like unlimited players, and played that a bunch at LAN parties. So, you know, played through a campaign probably like 20 times or something. Oh, I can take the head. Yeah, there's a lot of Easter eggs here in the game. Found a few so far. I don't know if I found all of them, but the head was actually something you could find in the original version too. It's also like if you use the coffee machine like 3 times, you got a speed boost, which I think is funny. Wow, guys, look at this. This is some heavy-hitting political commentary. No, actually, you don't get to tell people how decolonization will look like. Well, okay. Post-colonial discourse raises my rage to apoplectic levels, so, you know, let's not talk about it. Oh, I'm taking fire, that's generally not ideal. Quick grenade, sure. Oh, I wanted to get a mod with frag grenades, I forgot to get that one. I will avenge you. Okay, that's cool voice line. Oh yeah, this used to be the ready room, right? And if you had selected a mission, you would have to step in here. Okay, so darkens your screen. Like you would have to get in here for like 10 seconds and it would start. You know, mostly a feature for multiplayer, obviously, but single player too. So, you know, I was talking about post-colonial discourse. Don't talk about it. Fills me with rage. Big three, and you know, all of them would have been like. I'm not talking about it. The great thing is, like, I had this introduction to cultural studies for my fucking worthless degree, so I can feign all this erudition and, you know, academic prowess. So by just name dropping stuff, which is cool. So yeah, this is another Easter egg. In the previous version, you only got the like Mark 18. Right? They added this AK. I spotted that in the you know, loadout screen too. Plain education. Yeah, that's. There's actually a word in German for that, called Halbbildung, like half education or half erudition, which refers to people just, you know, educating themselves superficially so they can kind of mimic the habitus of the educated middle class instead of actually being interested in a kind of thing. Yeah, would help if you fucking moved in there, but... Well, maybe they call me the judge, but sometimes I'm the executioner too. See, this is another thing, like this propaganda debate that I talked about briefly at the end of the last video. He's literally called judge. Okay, like that's everything wrong with the law enforcement system. You're not supposed to be judge, jury, and executioner, but obviously that's what they're playing at. Like they're fucking judges from. I wanted to say Warhammer 40k, but they're obviously based on the ones from Judge Dredd. So this is you know what I mean when I talk about overpowered. Ammunition capacity basically limitless on this thing. Because people with, you know, one fucking shot. Actually really like the machine gun. Causes suppression and can break open doors. I mean, all guns in this game can destroy doors, but you know, can do it reliably and well and so cool and wow. Oh yeah, this is... Well, they haven't removed that core feature, you know, when this guy's face just fucking explodes. This is the garage. Maybe not now. I'm going to clear the rest of this floor first. Yeah, the garage actually, maybe I'm retarded, but I think they blocked off the garage in the police station in, you know, the base game or whatever. There used to be this guy you could test non-lethal weapons on, you know, or lethal weapons. And I think it has been removed for some fucking reason. Shut up, teen. Look at me free leaning. Also free basing. What was free basing, and wasn't that something with crack? I don't know, feds don't really take crack, they push it into marginalized communities. But I think, you know, it makes it very easy on, you know, it takes away people's agency with the government's fault, they got addicted. Contact is down. Oh. I know, great that you guys are fans of Imperial Germany, but the flag is the wrong way around. Yeah, cool, I'll do that. Yeah, I mean, this is a bit silly, you know, they're taking over this police station already is kind of stretching relief, and they're doing remodeling, which it's kind of realistic, like putting these drywalls up here and stuff, but a marble coffin and memorial plaque and so on, it's a bit much. It's like this, okay, they got this flag, but and that's where the city just put it over there, but actually, this is something I always wonder when you have like these evil organizations or whatever in movies or games and everything. But and I always wonder like who tailors their uniforms or makes their flags and everything. You just go on like Etsy and commission it or something. I don't know. Okay, I thought the game crashed for a second there, so. Yeah, okay, cool. This is actually... No, I'm not going to make the same joke again, but... Can't really have enemies that are just plain evil anymore. Everything has to be multi-layered, even, if you have Islamic terrorists or whatever. Like in Spec Ops, right? Even there, like especially there, it's okay, these guys are torturing and executing people, but their rage against the US is justified. I'll keep moving, boyo. I don't think this is very sterile, and well, I never got to handle a Krinkov in the OR, but I wish I had. What the hell is this? Cops. Okay. I think this is from the crack house mission. This ring camera thingy. Anyway. Judge, jury, executioner. Yeah, actually, if you, instead of, your teammates turning on you, if you killed civilians, who had surrendered and everything, you should just get paid leave. Yeah, this is from, mains, the original game too, but kind of silly, you have this shoot house in the middle of your police station. I don't know, I still kind of miss how it looked, all this crummy rundown, oh, our budget is running out thing, and now it's this, shiny marble, I think it's supposed to be a former subway station, but why would you turn a subway station into a police station, it's... Yeah, layout doesn't really make much sense. I mean, obviously there's concessions for gameplay, but like, you have the shooting range right next to the front desk and stuff, so... Okay, what was that? Yeah. Keep going. Oh, actually, there's a bomb here, and completely forgotten about that one. But it's fine. I mean, even in the main game, I've never felt pressed for time with the bombs, so... it would be good if you didn't fucking blind me. Yeah, keep moving. Kind of strange that you can't take... Like, this is an asset from the base game. Oh, now I can refill my ammo, but... in New America, you can't do that, like, near the... like, device thing. They have these orange crates filled with magazines, and you can't refill your ammo from those. But that really nondescript yellow. You know, this works best if you throw the grenade in before moving into the room, but what was I saying? Yeah, like this nondescript yellow crate that you can refill your ammo from, and if I hadn't read what that prior to playing the mission, I wouldn't have. Well, where the fuck did you come from, buddy? Saiga? What? Why do you have a fucking Saiga? That's not allowed to have that one. I'm controlling myself, dude. Finger rises like a scorpion. Yeah, keep moving, buddy. You're red, moving clear. That's why I give the red team these 10 vests so I can tell at a glance. Oh no, I am in great pain. Well, I'll tell the pain nurse. She'll be here in like 2 hours when her shift starts. That's a bingo. It's at point or 10 bore. I don't know, you can get shotgun slugs for it. Well, not slugs, a buckshot, but actually, is this how targets are set up in the US? I know them differently. You know, like player head is like the alpha zone and Bravo is like the entire you know, like torso area thingy, and then there's no extra thing for the arms. Then there's like the pelvic girdle in like the Charlie zone. I don't know. Yeah, that's for like, what do you call it, like failure drills or whatever, so you shoot in the chest twice and then it depends. With pistol you shoot in the head, but with the rifle you shoot in the pelvic girdle because there's this bore offset, and at close range you would otherwise have to, you know, aim above the target, and would kind of suck. I mean, the bore offset on the G36 is pretty crazy, so I don't know. And just aesthetic wise, I really like how the dual optic looks, right? And I really like carry handle optics, you know, just from an aesthetic standpoint, but I know it's kind of outdated at this point, so. But even then, like, always talk about modularity and whatever, but it's, you know, in the military, you know, you got basic grunt, whatever gets standard issue rifles and issue optics, and that's it. There's no, you know, oh, I'm going to choose this or this, or I customize my weapon, you know. So I don't really see why that's so big of a selling point for a lot of guns. Move the fuck in there. Yeah, would help if you would stop standing in the fucking way, my dude. Oh. Yippee, cleared it. Yeah. We couldn't show off that room, but essentially it's kind of neat. They have this, it kind of looks like a cinema setup. I'll just show some stuff I think looks cool. So this is the AK they custom made for this map, I think. Sure, boss. This is how I would do room clearing. One thing I wanted to show off is this room. You know, this is based on the shoot house you have in the you had in the base game. But if you look at it, it's actually the layout of the hospital map. You know, Relapse. That one lobby where the first bomb spawns. So it's pretty cool lore tie-in. So you know, them training to you know, rescue their leader. This is the other room I want to show off. You know, as I said, kind of looks like a cinema or something. So they're planning their next, you know, attack here probably. I think it's really cool how, even though this is You know, they could have easily just reused the layout and whatever. They went out of their way to add these little touches. Anyway, this is going to be it for me for this episode, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. I'll see if I can find more custom maps. You know, really, this is a personal favorite of mine, so I was happy that it got ported so quickly, and you know, it added all these little touches like the Homeland AKM. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.